Eastern culture versus Western culture. What is Eastern culture? Eastern culture is considered to be an umbrella-like, a term that includes many nations, countries, and social cultures. Eastern culture constitutes the Asian countries that are China, Japan, Russia, Korea, India, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Pakistan, and related other territories. In Eastern culture, the man is interconnected with nature and spiritually connected with the many gods according to belief. Eastern culture is traditionally more religious in many ways that a lot of religions are practiced there. The peoples of Eastern culture are less expressive as they are less likely to show their expression, especially anger. Eastern peoples are more connected with each other, and they are dependent on each other. Eastern cultures are of wide diversity that they are more penetrating in the peoples throughout times. Some major cultures influence the cultures of other neighboring regions as well. Eastern peoples take care of their elders at their old age. Eastern culture peoples are more helping and sharing. Some major Eastern cultures. Arabic culture. The word Arab means to invite someone for a meal. The Arabs influence peoples in such a way that their language, politeness, and enrichment is served there. Chinese culture. This culture dates back to about thousands of years ago to become one of the oldest cultures. Buddhism and Taoism are the major religions of China. Chinese are more prospering, hospitable, and well-behaved nation influences East Asia by their diversity. Indo-Pak culture. Indo-Pak culture is also one of the oldest historical cultures, which is penetrated in various religions, norms, and values. The peoples are somewhat conservative like typical Easterners. What is Western culture? Western culture includes America, Australia, Europe, and New Zealand. This culture is developing for a long time and has established two well-developed one. Western culture is flexible, therefore, it has changed from time to time according to needs and preferences. Western culture is not traditional, with its values and traditions. It usually allows independency to peoples. Western culture follows a few religions that are Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, and Judaism. Western culture has entrepreneurship and creativity towards the fast development. Western culture follows the linear development that they can even change their norms and values in place of development. Western culture peoples usually are more expressive and straightforward as they express their feelings and anger straightforwardly. Western culture has educational styles that are more creative and conceptual. Western peoples are independent and make their own decisions without consulting others. They think more about themselves than others. Western culture is equality-based, not hierarchical. Western culture has a broad sense of performing. Western culture does not pay attention to elders as they live in old homes instead of with them. Western culture peoples are considered to be selfish as they do not share with others. Western peoples usually speak openly and express ideas more effectively. Western culture is more likely to be externally controlled than internal self-control. Difference between Eastern culture and Western culture. Eastern culture is traditional, follows some typical traditions, surrounded by the values and norms, whereas Western culture is modern and developed. Eastern culture practiced a lot of religions, while Western culture practiced limited and few religions. Eastern culture is more diverse and has a historical background, whereas Western culture is modern and not diverse. Eastern culture is less expressive of their feelings. On the other hand, Western culture is more expressive and straightforward in the expression of anger, especially. Eastern culture is usually based on the following of leadership and groups. On the flip side, Western culture does not base on leadership as they are more individualistic. Eastern culture is hierarchical. On the other side of the coin, Western culture is equality-based. Eastern culture peoples are more respectful of their elders and take care of them at old age, whereas Western culture peoples do not give attention to their elders as they live in old homes. Eastern culture has an educational system that is based on hard work and struggle, while Western culture is creative and concept-based. Eastern culture peoples made their decisions by consulting with parents, elders, and other peoples. On the other hand, Western culture peoples make decisions on their own. Eastern culture is interdependent. On the flip side of the coin, Western culture is independent. Main difference. The main difference between the Eastern culture and Western culture is that Eastern culture is somewhat conservative, more traditional, have typical norms and values, whereas Western culture is open culture, have broad sense, modern and adopted in the modern time. Conclusion. Eastern culture follows traditions, practiced many religions, has a hard-working educational system, and less expressive, whereas Western culture is modern, broad-sensed, practice a few religions, creative educational system, and more expressive. Thanks for watching.